All right, what is going on, my Patriots? How you guys doing? Waiting on everybody to come in before we start the show this morning. I'm still on location. Let everybody know I am online. Give me one moment here. Go do the post right quick, like in a hurry. Trying to wait till some people come in. Give me a minute. Let me let everybody know your boy is online. Yeah, give me 1 second here. What up, Maurice? What up, man? I'm about to make sure I got more people in the room coming in. I know y'all slowly trickling in. It's like a surprise stream. I've been trying to make sure y'all know I'm alive and well. While I'm at it, guys, on on this stream right here, please check out my product on my on my tee that I got for sale. All lives matter. Product right here. It's gonna be on this stream today. I will work on some more stuff over the week, some more prints to put up as well about the recent border crisis. One more thing here. Let me do some customizations right quick. Man, YouTube's getting harder out here in these streets. Glad I got Rumble because it's gonna probably be some sensitive stuff that's going to be a no in the future. All right, let's see here. All right, let's get started, guys. Sorry about the delay. Uh, yeah, man, I had to cut the locks, bro. You know what I'm saying? Time to look like an adult. Shout out to everybody in the building. Um, First and foremost, before I get started on the show, I wanted to say my condolences again to Axel Rose. I mean, Axel Truth. Excuse me, Ax Truth. Sorry, family. I don't know what happened to him or how he passed away. I was gonna try to get with my boy Maurice Delp to kind of see what insight he got. I just know that he he is no longer with us. Very strong conservative brother. Um, his lifestyle was his lifestyle, but what I liked about Axe was Axe didn't try to force it on nobody. Axe was himself. You know what I'm saying? He was all about trying to make sure that the conservative movement was important. You know, a lot of people don't understand this, but being a conservative is more than just trying to be neat, cute, or whatever. You know, some people think the conservative movement is something to grift, but it's more than that. It's standing on your convictions and your beliefs. A lot of people don't want to stand on their beliefs because 9 times out of 10, to stand on your beliefs means that you got to hurt somebody's feelings, and people may not agree with you. You may lose friends, you may lose connections, but at the end of the day, people will respect you for standing up for something that you believe in instead of falling for anything. And I think that's very important. So shout out to Axe. Again, rest in peace. Also to his partner, Kyle. They're in my prayers. I hope that also his pets, everything else. He really loved his animals, and he was just a stand up guy. So again, rest in peace to him. Man, we got a lot to go and talk about today, man. I've been up away for a minute, and a lot of stuff has been shaking loose. I did not know about. First things first, I've heard about the Marine that saved everyone's life in New York subway system. Shout out to Daniel, man. Daniel Penny. Daniel Penny right now needs all of our support, not because he's just a veteran, because he's an American, and because as an American, he did the American thing. He tried to do everything he can to protect uh, the people that were currently on the train that lives were in danger because of an irate guy that has had a history of being this way. But right now, they're trying to charge Daniel Penny because they're trying to make it say that he was this white guy who decided to jump on this black man who was threatening everybody on the train as a racial, how can I put it, angle. Um, Guys, we get so sick of this racial angle stuff. I wish people would do like Morgan Freeman say, you want to kill racism, just quit talking about it. Quit looking at everything black and white. Quit trying to make everything black and white. At the end of the day, it wasn't even about that. I'm gonna go and show you the story here myself, and what's going on with Daniel Perry, and then give you my 2 cents. Give me 1 second. Uh, here. And if y'all hear background noises again, I'm at my uh adopted mother's house because I'm in between moves. So that is my little adopted goddaughter in the background. So yeah, you're gonna have to bear with me today if you hear that. At the end of the day, I'm just glad to be able to communicate with you guys because that's what's important to let y'all know I'm alive and well. A lot of people been asking where you been at, man. What's going on with you? So then you guys know what's going on. All right. So this is from Fox News, right quick. I'm finna share this from Laura Ingle, what she has to say about that situation, and then I will go in from there and tell y'all what my thoughts are. All right, let me go share this screen right quick. All right, let me share it. Here we go. Show on the screen. Yeah. Give y'all the whole inside of what's going on with this joint here.
Turned out to be a fatal chokehold to a homeless man. Family of that homeless man, Jordan Neely, is also breaking tonight. The Marine veteran who applied what turned out to be a fatal chokehold to a homeless man who was causing a disturbance on a New York subway train is facing a manslaughter charge this evening. Daniel Penny turned himself in today. The family of that homeless man, Jordan Neely, is speaking out now. Senior correspondent Laura Ingle was outside the precinct today when Penny surrendered to authorities.
Daniel, what do you have to say about the charges? No comment from the former Marine, who could face up to 15 years in prison if convicted. Penny remained quiet throughout the court proceeding with his lawyers by his side. A bail package had been previously worked out with prosecutors and was signed off by a state judge. His attorney cited the former Marine's good standing with the military and no previous criminal record.
He's dealing with the situation, like I said, with the sort of integrity and honor that is characteristic of who he is, characteristic of his honorable service in the United States Marine Corps.
Prosecutors pointed out that several witnesses observed Neely making threats and scaring passengers. One, taking cell phone video of the incident, told a local reporter he heard Neely say, quote, he was hungry, he was thirsty, that he didn't care about anything. He didn't care about going to jail. He didn't care that he gets a big life sentence, and said, it doesn't even matter if I died. Prosecutors
So what does that sound to you? You wanna train, you're taking the bus to your destination in public transportation, and you get on that bus and you got a homeless man who is irate, who is combative, who is um all of those things, and they made a threat to everyone on that bus saying, "Listen, I don't care if I want to, I want to live. I don't care if I want to die. Only thing I care about this current time is letting out my frustration towards anyone that I feel that is in my way." Okay. Now I know a lot of people gonna say, "Well, it was a mental health issue. They should have took a different angle." Well, let's think about this. You're in New York City. What happens to a lot of the mental health situations over there that's been going on? A lot of people have been dying. Okay, a lot of people have been dying. A lot of people have been losing their lives. So if you're in a situation where your life can be taken at any given moment, all right, you don't know what's going on, you don't know how to deal with, you got fear, okay? You got fear for yourself, you got fear for the people that's in the room. If you're prior military like myself, you're gonna act because that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to neutralize the threat to protect the passengers. Now he put him in a chokehold, okay, but there was more than one person on top of him. There was multiple people on top of this young man at the time. You see the video, multiple people was on top of this young man. But because the gentleman is a white male and it was a black male, all of a sudden it's manslaughter. Now we all know now if it was the role reversed, let's say if it was a black male and another black male, and Jordan Neely would have got choked out by another black male, you think he would have got charged with manslaughter? No. They would have said, "Oh, he did the right thing. He protect the people on the bus, on the train." Excuse me. Let's let it slide. What if Jordan Neely was white and it was a black male that did this in New York? We already know they would have let it slide. He wouldn't even got arrested. You would have told him to go home. We'll contact you when we need further instructions. So what does that mean? This is a media narrative. Everybody's trying to find the next George Floyd, which is sad because George Floyd incident was two disturbed people that met up at the same time. We talked about this on the broadcast before. They're trying to find another Ahmaud Arbery, which Ahmaud Arbery was a real racial situation that happened. You're not going to find another unicorn, okay? It's just like when somebody's trying to find that once, what is it, that eclipse that happens every 70 years? It's like somebody walking out their front, that solar eclipse that happens once every 70 years. I forgot what it is. That's like someone going out of their uh, porch every day looking for that solar eclipse. I'm looking for that amazing solar eclipse. I really need that. And it's sad that we live in a world where this is the new norm. Everybody wants to hustle. I mean, I'm being dead serious. Tell you, man, you can't make this up, boy. You cannot make this up.
Prosecutors say the defendant approached the victim from behind and placed him in a chokehold, taking him down to the ground. At some point, Neely stopped moving. In a statement, Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg said the investigation thus far has included numerous witness interviews, careful review of photo and video footage, and discussions with the medical examiner's office.
Guys, meet Alvin Bragg. Alvin Bragg is the biggest race hustler of all time. Okay, he's up there with what's his name? Uh, he's up there with what's my boy name? Uh, not my boy. Excuse me. Old boy name. How do I know his name? Good. Benjamin Crump. Yeah, he's up there with Benjamin Crump. He's up there with Lee Merritt. He's up there with he might be the next Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton. You know what I mean? That's what he loves to do. Alvin Bragg is the biggest race hustler in the world. Y'all know good and blame well. Alvin Bragg got all this crime in his Manhattan district, all this black on black crime, and he still have failed yet to have that under control. He has failed yet to bust these thugs that's in the streets that's destroying havoc in these people's lives. But he rather focus on what's going on here with this Marine, a man that's never been in jail, never got in trouble, served his country to the fullest extent of his ability. But that's what he worried about. He's worried about that. That is his saving grace. I want to worry about that guy. Man, you can't make this up. You can't. That's why I hate these Soros deep on DAs, man. Because that's what they do. That's what they do. They go out here and they traumatize real Americans. This man is being traumatized as we speak. His life is upside down because somebody want to play the woke politics. That's all this is. Woke politics. If you on Rumble, y'all give me a thumbs up, please. All they want to do. Woke politics.
Progressive DA has been attacked for being soft on crime. In 2022, 52% of felony arrests were downgraded to misdemeanors, compared to 39% in 2019. While manslaughter, too, can bring several years in prison, Neely's family wanted tougher charges.
There was no attack. Mr. Neely did not attack anyone. He did not touch anyone. He did not hit anyone. But he was choked to death.
You know, this is what makes me mad with this family. You know, these families that come out later on in these situations, right? They come out after the fact. Okay? The person was a low life.
Also breaking tonight, the Marine veteran who applied
Was all wreaking all this havoc in the community. And all of a sudden now, you want to wait till the man has been on video, all of this stuff. Now you want to come out and say, oh well, listen, my son, my child, or whatever is should not, was a victim and they were innocent and all this, and all of a sudden you start talking about how beautiful soul they were and how they used to come and check on you every day. I hate that with some of these families. I do. Because if you worried about your loved one like you said you did, you would have put in more effort to get them off the streets. Because if you had did everything that you could do to get them off the streets, this would be the last thing be coming out your mouth trying to convict them, trying to convict someone who is trying to save a life. He doesn't have to have a gun to be a threat. If you tell someone right here, right now, and you acting combative and erratic in a public setting, that you're gonna hurt someone, guess what people are going to do? 9 out of 10 people are going to react, especially if they got children around, or they got their wives or their loved ones, or their sister, their brother, mother. People are going to be reactive. So he knew this. He's not crazy. He's in New York City. He knew this because he wanted attention and he got it. Because the next step would have been Jordan Neely would have turned around and would have started coming at people physically because he was having that episode. That guy just jumped in and acted because he was saying to himself, this man is on the verge of hurting somebody. He just said, I don't care if I get life. So why now? Why now you want to come and act like you care about this man? You don't care about him. Only thing you care about is the popularity based upon what happened to him. Because if you truly cared, exactly, he was arrested 44 times. Say it again, Roger. Thank you. For the people that did not know, they can look this up, public record, 44 times. Yeah, he was a street performer, but the man been a menace to society for a long time. He's been screaming for help for a long time. See, that's what makes me so mad about these situations. People wait until, in these bigger cities, until the mental health episode get to the point that somebody lose their life, whether it's the mental health patient or the person that the mental health patient is directing their negative energy to, and then all of a sudden it's a whole different story. Now you want to make a pity party. Exactly. We need to reopen mental institutions. We do. Because at the end of the day, back in the day, the mental institutions were supposed to help you reform and rehabilitate. But they stopped it because back in the day, while they were reforming and rehabilitating some, they was not being properly regulated. So if we would get those back open and get them properly regulated, we can stop a lot of these mental episodes from getting to the point to where it's at now, where people are dying because of it. And then not to mention too, stricter laws, man. I mean, you gotta hold people accountable. You can't just select and choose who to hold accountable and who not. Look at what this DA is doing. Now he's gonna arrest this guy, but yet still he has a notorious problem of crime with a high level of women getting violated in Manhattan, and not to mention the high rate of burglaries and theft and violent theft at that, where people are getting hurt and he's not doing nothing to them. He's giving them a hug at the door when they go to court. Hey, it's okay, man. Go ahead on and rob again. I'll make sure you get off tomorrow. What? This is not how that works. This is not how life works. You're right. Bragg does not care, guys. He doesn't. Only thing he worries about is himself. It's about the money grab for him. All right, let me get back to what they said on the stream here.
Passengers. One taking cell phone video of the incident told a local reporter he heard Neely say, quote, he was hungry, he was thirsty, that he didn't care about anything. He didn't care about going to jail. He didn't care that he gets a big life sentence, and said, it doesn't even matter if I died. Prosecutors say the defendant approached the victim from behind and placed him in a chokehold, taking him down to the ground. At some point, Neely stopped moving. In a statement, Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg said the investigation thus far has included numerous witness interviews, careful review of photo and video footage, and discussions with the medical examiner's office. The progressive DA has been attacked for being soft on crime. In 2022, 52% of felony arrests were downgraded to misdemeanors, compared to 39% in 2019. While manslaughter, too, can bring several years in prison, Neely's family wanted tougher charges.
There was no attack. Mr. Neely did not attack anyone. He did not touch anyone. He did not hit anyone. But he was choked to death. And that can't stand.
And Penny was released on $100,000 bail. He'll be back here in criminal court on July 17th, and those charges still have to be confirmed by a grand jury. Brett?
Laura Engel live here in New York. Laura, thank you.
And you know what's sad? That the grand jury is probably going to convict this guy because we live in a woke. They live in a woke area. New York is very woke, really, real talk. Very liberal, very woke. They don't respect any of the American people that have fought for their country. They don't care about veterans, and they definitely do not care recently about any kind of white American that's involved with a crime with a black American, whether it's to protect everybody around the situation or not. It a black or white crime. It fits the narrative. You're going bye bye. I mean, that's just what it is. Oh, give me 1 second. I'm back. That was my goddaughter talking about the fly. There's all fly going around. So anyway, I'll get back to what I was saying. So Give Send Go. Shout out to Give Send Go. They raised um 1,097,282 Saturday afternoon for this young man. within, which started on Tuesday, and then by Sunday they're at $1.5 million, and they're probably more than that now. I wouldn't be surprised if it's at $1.6 million. So thank God for Go Send Give Send Go, because y'all already know that if you try to do anything political based with uh what's their name, GoFundMe, GoFundMe will shut it down. They don't. They say they don't support any kind of violent crime funds or whatever, but we already know how that is. If it's a woke situation, they they're they're gonna go on the woke side. It gotta be woke approved. But Give Send Go is a Christian based organization that does charities, and because of that, they don't mind opening up a platform for a situation like this. And I like how this young man, uh, Daniel Penny, is carrying himself. That's how you're supposed to carry yourself, with honor. He's not saying anything. He's not. He's just showing like a true Marine, straightforward look, man. Like, listen, I just want this to be over with because I did what I was supposed to do to watch out to protect the American people. So I hope that uh, this guy gets off. I mean, real talk, because it really would make me upset if he did. I'm gonna see if I can find his Give Send Go campaign, see if it even shows up. But I don't think it is. I don't think there's a link to it. Now, you know what's hilarious? You can tell the country is shift, right? So that while Daniel Penny raised this much money, got this much money raised to fight for his legal fund for protecting everybody from this man being a tyrant, uh, the other guy, Jordan Neely, his family started a GoFundMe, and they only up to 75,000, maybe $100,000. So that lets you know that the world getting tired of this whole narrative, because it's dumb. And let's talk about Jordan Neely. I know everybody say don't be talking about his past, but you know it's the facts here. I'm preaching facts. In 2021, during the pandemic, aka the pandemic in New York City, this man punched a 67-year-old woman in the face. He broke her nose and her orbital bone. You know what an orbital bone is? I'll show you what an orbital bone is. The orbital bone is right here in the eye socket. Eye socket. That means he's trashed her eye socket right there. That's a lot of force. You have to hit someone with a lot of force to crash to fracture their orbital socket. That means that her eyes vision was blurred for a long period of time. But once you get that crack, you can barely see out that side of your face, because it messes up all the nerves in your eyes too. So I mean, I mean, that's just facts, bro. I mean, this man was a menace, and that's just one of the 44 things he's gotten arrested for. So his family know he's a menace. So tell me how this man is this, you know, uncharacteristically caring, free soul. Listen, if I'm out here doing crazy stuff that I ain't supposed to be doing, being mean, being messed up, being disturbed towards others, and something like this finally happens to me, I get what I deserve. I hate to say it. It's karma. You get what you put out. And that's just facts. If I put out craziness, I'm gonna get craziness right back. And that's what Jordan Neely got. So that's just where I'm at with it. And if you don't agree with me, you ain't gotta follow me. You can unfollow right now. You can go make your tweet about how disturbed I am. But I stand on it. You cannot do disturbing stuff to people and think that it's not gonna come back to you. It just don't work that way. Oh, Spun Baron, I can't say that one, bro. I'm in my doctor mother house, but I got you, dog. I got you. I got what you say. I got what you put. Shout out to my man Spun Baron, man. Oh man. Oh, that was funny. That was funny. Oh, Bill Clinton. We got to talk about him another time. All right, let's head on to another subject that got me tripping right now, and that is Kamala Harris getting these people delivered to her at the border. Man, oh man, you can't make this up, boy. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. Give me one second. Find if I can find it. All right. All right, here we go. I'm gonna play it just for you guys. This is what Kamala got for Mother's Day.
Buenos días, chicos, ¿cómo están? Bienvenidos a
Buenos días. Buenos días por
para allá.
aquí.
Muchachos, todos para allá.
Uno,
Buenos días, ¿cómo están?
dos,
Bienvenidos. Gracias.
tres,
Los papeles que no se les olviden, por favor.
cuatro,
Buenos días.
Oh.
¿Cómo están? Bienvenida. Buenos días, muchachos.
6.
Man, shout out to Greg Abbott, man. That dude is hilarious. So Greg Abbott is still sending busloads of immigrants now to Washington D.C. and he's making sure that they all stop right in front of Vice President Kamala House. That's hilarious. So if you haven't heard, Title IX ended. I want to say Thursday. Then they got a judge in from Florida to try to pause it. Well, while the judge blocked it, still the Biden administration is trying to appeal it because the Biden administration has a plan set in place. Now, get this. It's about to make you laugh what this plan is set in place that it's going to do. The place to where that if I come across the border as an illegal immigrant and I get stopped, they are not going to turn me around. They are going to give me a supposed parole court date, right? Well, they go and release me into the U.S. They don't document where I'm going. They don't. They don't tell you anything of. They don't keep a copy of where I'm going or what I'm doing. All they know is they release me into the U.S. But I have to make a promise to them that I am going to go to wherever I land in the U.S. to the nearest federal courthouse to show up, so we can start the process for me to start my journey as an illegal immigrant to become a citizen of the U.S. of A. You can't make this up, guys. We already seen the border crisis. We done seen all this crime coming in. We got trafficking at an all-time high. We have uh people who are coming in through the border that are bringing in fentanyl. We got drug cartels that are most dangerous people that we have ever seen in our lives are setting up shop into the U.S. like it's no tomorrow. What's about to happen? I tell you what's about to happen. We're about to have an influx of violence that we've never seen because we have an administration that. Oh, I will, bro. An administration that doesn't care. Oh, and it gets worse. while all of these immigrants are being freed to go into the U.S., while you're an immigrant right now, you can go into these large cities like Washington, D.C., New York, or whatever, and you can basically say, I'm an immigrant. And if you're a veteran homeless, they're going to kick you out in the street because they're going to give that immigrant first dibs. So think about you fought for your country. You did everything you're supposed to do. And then here comes someone ain't never been in your country, ain't never fought for your country. They claim that they're escaping asylum, ain't got any paperwork or nothing. Only thing they doing is got to say is I'm from wherever, Guatemala, whatever. I need to be safe. And get you kicked out your space, and here you is living on the streets while they living in a hotel, getting all these nice meals, getting all their ethnic food, and not to mention getting nice drink and things of that nature. Tell me where is that fair at? That's not fair. That's sickening. That's disturbing. That's disturbing. You don't see Italy doing that today, people. You don't see. Do you see anyone in the UK? Do you see the United Kingdom right now doing that to their veterans? No. Do you see that kind of mess going on in Australia? No, Australia not doing it. We're the only one that does this. You don't see India do it, and you know Afghanistan ain't doing it. If you ain't from Afghanistan and you ain't from that Durka, I believe I'm supposed to have 150 virgins culture, and I'm willing to die for it. They ain't helping you, bro. They gonna send you out there and say good luck. So no, man. Nah, this is crazy. This is crazy. Let me go to these comments here. My man says, oh no, the place I was thinking about having lunch at is closed. The owner was among several busted in a mess suite. I wouldn't doubt it because that's the new thing that's making money in the US right now. Exactly. I'm Yeah, if you document it, you can do more things. You're right. You can do more things legally. But see, they're not doing that. They're sending them undocumented. All they gotta say is, listen, I want to be a part of the US. You want to be a part of the US? Yeah, I love this country. And boom, it's a wrap, bro. You in the game. You in the game. You ain't got to worry about nothing. You can't make this up, man. You really can't. You cannot make this up at all. Now, here's some other stuff that's going on with that. Now, while Greg Abbott is sending buses of these immigrants to Kamala's house. Oh, excuse me, not Title 9, it's Title 42. I apologize. That's the Title 9. Title 42. It's Title 42. So Title 42, since it's about to expire, this is what Greg Abbott has put in his post. Let me show y'all that right quick. My bad, y'all. Let me show you what he put in his post on Twitter. I think this is awesome what he put on his post on Twitter. He said over 373,000 apprehensions, over 28,000 criminal arrests, over 17,600 migrants bust to sanctuaries, and over 402 million lethal fentanyl doses seized. So shout out to Greg Abbott for that, man. I mean, he doing God's work. And he has sent them to New York, Philadelphia, Chicago, and all these places that want to be woke and want to have immigrants. That's what he's sending them to. So I say Greg Abbott's doing God's work. Him and DeSantis, if Trump wasn't running, him and DeSantis, I would vote for either one of them two because they doing what they're supposed to do. They ain't got time for the foolishness. You can't go out here and do that. Yeah, Anthony, man, that's my little one. Uh, my god niece, my goddaughter, man. She having fun, man. She's all over the place. She's having fun with the dog and the cat and her toys. She getting it in. So all right, so let me so I mean that's the plan. And that's why everybody's upset because this is not going to work. Speaking of plans, hold on. We're going to go a little bit off topic here.
We are now hearing from the defense attorney for the suspect.
So we're going to talk about Jordan Vandersoot, his mother, and also Natalie Holloway. So let's talk about this case. Now, if y'all ever remember, and I'm finna go right here. Natalie Holloway was the young girl that went to I think it was her senior vacation with her class. I want to say how this happened. Let me see how this happened. I'm trying to see what happened. Hold on for a second. I think I'm right. I think that's what happened. I may be wrong, but I know it was a girl that I want to say she was with her senior year or whatever. Went to Peru for vacation and wound up uh, getting acquainted with two guys from the Peru from Peru, and one of those perversion Peru, I think I'm gonna say Persian. One of these Persian guys uh killed her, which was Jordan Van der Sloot. Now, when Jordan did this, at the time he got convicted for another crime that he did with another young girl on the island. Now, at the time when that went down, his father had a lot of pull because his father was a judge on the island as well. But um, that didn't matter because he killed another girl. They sentenced him to 28 years in prison. Well, since serving that 28 years in prison, um, he went and did some fraud towards the Holloway's family. Okay, because he tried to get them to give him $25,000, which they did, claiming that that's where the body of their daughter would be found, and it was not. So either way it goes, this country of Peru has now agreed that he can be extradited back to the U.S. to stand trial for what he did to Natalie Holloway. Holloway. Now, what that means is that after the trial is done over here in the states, if he's convicted, he will have to return to Peru. He has to finish his 28-year sentence for what he did to that girl over there. Then he gets extradited back to the United States, and he could possibly serve up to 40 years there in prison. So basically, he will never see the light of day. So he'll start in his home country, and there's a strong possibility he will die in the U.S. Now, his mother says that her son is innocent, but there's always been evidence pointing that he knew where this girl's body was. He was around this girl. Even the guy that was with him that night even ratted him out. A lot of people on the case has died since then. His dad passed away, and I think his lawyer passed away. Let me check because I want to make sure I give y'all all the facts. I know a lot of people have died. Hold on a second. Who all passed away? I know they said a lot of people have passed away. So yeah, his dad has passed away, and then that was in 2010 because he didn't never get charged over there for what he did to Natalie Holloway, and he thought that he could get away with murder again, going into Lima, Peru, and killing Stephanie Flores, which that didn't fly. They didn't care about his dad being a judge because daddy was dead. So yeah, that's how it worked. So I'm kind of glad that this happened, but I want to know why it took 18 years. Like, why didn't they do this to begin with? I mean, they knew the guy was guilty. They knew the guy was already a serial killer for from when he went and killed this other girl. Why didn't they just go ahead on and do that then? Why didn't they just push the narrative then? Hey, let's go ahead on. Let's get this guy extradited to the U.S. Let's get him to go ahead on and come over to the U.S., have a trial, and now he's got two sentences, which I think is crazy too, because I never heard of a country do that. I didn't know that countries could even do that. I thought we didn't even have. I know the last time this all went down, they said there was no extradition treaties with Peru for one, and number two, I didn't even know that you could kill an American in another country and get charged in the U.S. and get prosecuted. I thought it had to be in that particular country. So I don't know what in the world the U.S. worked out to get this done. That must have been some stuff that they must have really hate this dude. That's all I got to say. Peru, Peru must have got tired of this dude. Peru must have looked at this dude like, yo, he gotta go. We don't like this cat. He gotta go. He a menace. I first ever seen something like that, man. Cause usually when you die in a when you commit a crime in a country, you got to go to the other country and wait for them to prosecute. Yeah, that's true too. Hey, I'm like y'all. He might disappear like Amelia Earnhardt. That might happen too. It could be a whole ploy to get him in the air and make him disappear. Because for real, I ain't never heard of that, man. That's the first time ever. First time ever. Man, my mom tripped me out, man. Shout out to mom. Oh man. Yeah, exactly. My mother was telling me something that really that's really true too. You know, a Mexican immigrant can commit a serious crime over here in the U.S. and that is true. If it's not drug related with the government, they can usually get less time, and they just send them back uh to the U.S. Oh yeah, they say Happy Mother's Day to you. My daughter mom said thank you very much. Yeah, back there, you know that's what we were saying. Yeah, back to their country. That's crazy. I ain't never seen nothing like that. That's crazy to me. But yeah, they do it every time. All right, so we're gonna talk about Chicago new mayor. He took office. Oh, Chicago mayor took off. The new the new mayor. The new Beetlejuice, baby. Beetlejuice got a makeover, man. Shout out to Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice got a makeover, y'all. Yeah, Beetlejuice got a makeover. Named Brandon Johnson now.
Right here now with more.
That's the new Beetlejuice. Now, this is again the 57th mayor in Chicago. And I know everybody is probably like, oh, well, they got a new mayor, Joel. I know Chicago's gonna do better. No, they're not. They're not. It's still the same. They still got 800 homicides. They still dealing with. They still got drive-bys. Everything you can deal with. They still got. They're still gonna have over almost 3,000 homicides in the last what? Yeah, 2 years. They was oh actually 4 years while they was under Mayor Lightfoot, a total of 14,687 shooters because the new mayor, Brandon Johnson, says that you're not supposed to call these guys criminals. You're supposed to embrace them. Yeah. See that's what I'm saying. I hate people like this. He's not gonna de-escalate nothing. All he's gonna do is talk about more programs, and then people gonna get shot up, and then he's gonna be screaming out, "I'm doing the best I can." He's gonna try to do everything he can to isolate the police so they won't do their job, and that's it. That's what we got. Nothing. If you're in Chicago right now and you got the money to move, just move away. Just leave it. Just leave it away, man. I mean, you. I mean, look. There's 1,600 spots of police jobs vacant in the city. Okay, and there are people leaving the force every year, at an average of 1,000 police officers a year, because they don't want to be cops. Why do they want to be cops, Joel? Because who wants to be in a cop in a liberal city these days where you do what you're supposed to do and try to protect people? And the first thing happens is, if it's a black person and you're a white person, the narrative is you're racist. You got Benjamin Crump down your throat. You got all these NAACP all of a sudden just open up out of nowhere. Okay, people get tired of that. I mean, for real, people get tired of that. And then you say, well, we're gonna have programs. We're gonna have basketball at night and football in the evening. Well, let me tell you about thugs, bro. Because I'm from Blackistan and I know how they work. They love sporting events. You know why they love sporting events? Because it's a lot of people and it's a lot of way to get to act the fool and have an audience. And when you have an audience, what happens? It creates what? Chaos. And when you create chaos, what do chaos create? Chaos creates tragedy. That's right, tragedy. Because now you have a tragedy in this family, and that family. You want to change Chicago? Get a conservative mayor. Get a police force that will crack down on crime. Start putting these people butts in jail. Put them in jail. Get a stop. It stop a lot. It stop a lot of this mess. Put them in jail. Quit being nice to them. Quit saying we're gonna give you a second chance to save you. No, bro. No second chances. You get 1 second chance, bro. One. You know what they say? You get one shot at it. Oh, you messed up your one shot? Here you go. Enjoy. You get locked up for a while. You're going to enjoy every bit of being locked up. And then when you get out again and you do something nuttier, guess what? We're going to lock you up even longer. Maybe for the rest of your life. So play these games and you get great prizes. That's how you stop a lot of the crime. Because if you do that, guess what's going to happen? Drug dealers. See, criminals, real criminals, don't like to deal with being engaged. Real talk. real criminals hate to be in a place where they can easily wind up in a cage for a long period of time. Why do you think criminals don't sell drugs heavily in communist countries like China and Cuba and India? You know why? Because they know if I go over there, I'm either going to either be locked up for a long time or I'm going to be sentenced to death. So that's why they don't go there. Oh yeah, this just breaking in, y'all. Kid Rock just donated money to Daniel Penny's fund. Shout out to Kid Rock, man. Real American, bro. Real American. He donated 5 grand. Thank God for Kid Rock, man. Last of a dying breed. Telling you, that's how you stop it. But they're not gonna do that because the day they have to do that, that's the day that you have to do your job. See, a lot of thing about these Blackistan liberal politicians, they like the title and they like the money that comes with it. They don't want the responsibility because the day and hour they have to embrace responsibility. That's the day they have to acknowledge that, yeah, they are pretty much messed up. So yeah, that's where we're going with this. I don't see nothing good at all. All right, y'all. Let's talk about Howard University. We're going to do that right now.
Says support parent choice because some parents have children in schools where they're.
We're going to talk about that in a minute. I got to go and try to find this ad right quick. All right, let's look this up here. That's what I'm looking for. So I'm going to play a clip of what Biden said at this speech that is so disturbing. And this is why I say, man, you cannot. I'm just going to play it.
It is with heartfelt respect and immense pride that we honor you on the historic occasion of our 155th commencement as orator, conferring upon you the degree Doctor of Letters honoris causa. Congratulations and Godspeed.
You know, when I see this video already, I feel like black people, we don't went back 400 plus. I'm being serious. We just went 400 plus years. What has this man done for us? What they one policy that Biden has done to make black folks' life the best. This is the man that did not want your children to be going to school with his children when segregation first started. This is the man who was friends with a professional white supremacist who recruited the Ku Klux Klan members in the late 50s all the way up to the early 70s. But I know the man said he changed. And oh, that's when Biden changed with him. Okay? I, hold on for 1 second. All right, I'm back. My wife said hello, guys. Anyway, uh, I mean, this is crazy. Straight crazy. I don't even know why Howard University even did this, man. Y'all would have done better. Y'all, you know what? Y'all would have done better giving that award to what's that white supremacist dude name that was supporting Biden? The one that caused all that havoc in Charlotte, in Charlottesville. They should have gave that to him. They should have gave that back to him. All right, let's continue, man.
Thank you. For graduates, before we begin, as mentioned many times, tomorrow's Mother's Day. Stand for your mothers and grandmothers. Stand and thank them.
Oh, wait a minute, Biden, you messing up. That's birthing person day. Remember? That was, in fact, I got suspended from TikTok live for a week because I put Mother's Day. I did a Mother's Day live. They said that was offensive. You can't make this stuff up, man. You can't make it up.
It is with heartfelt respect.
Reality that racism has been a constant push and pull. We know that American history has not always been a fairy tale. From the start, it's been a constant push and pull for more than 240 years. Between the best of us, the American ideal that we're all created equal, and the worst of us, the harsh reality that racism has long torn us apart. It's a battle that's never really over. But on the best days, enough of us have the guts and the hearts to stand up for the best in us. To choose love over hate, unity over disunion, progress over retreat. To stand up against the poison of white supremacy, as I did my inaugural address, to single out as the most dangerous terrorist threat to our homeland.
False. That is not the most dangerous threat to our homeland. The dangerous threat to our homeland right now is what's going on at the border, buddy. Let's talk about that. Second most dangerous thing that's going on in our homeland right now is the homegrown terrorists that we got that is starting in Blackistan communities, where you got black militants talking about you need to kill all white American people, especially white children. There's a video going around viral of them saying that, and people not doing nothing about it. Mainstream media won't even report it. So you tell me who I'm supposed to be afraid of. Oh, and not to mention too, the homegrown terrorists is the gang members that are going in these communities and shooting up people that look like me every day. So I don't want to hear this. That's the real terrorist, sir. Sorry. I don't know who you trying to that's who you trying to impress, but that ain't it, man. That ain't the move. Sorry. But this is why racism is on life support. When you have to have Joe Biden go to an all black college, because now Howard University allows white people and other colors to go to their university. So excuse me on that. Well, you got to go to a predominantly black college and lie to everyone that racism is the biggest threat. When people have just got honorary degrees and you got black folks making more money than they ever had in the last 30 plus years, tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. Where you can go for a CEO job, black man versus a white guy, they're going to give it to the black man if they want to meet their affirmative action and color coded quota versus knowledge. You know I ain't lying. But remember now, racism is at an all-time high. Stop this foolishness.
Is white supremacy. Howard Anthony, I quote, reared against the eastern sky, proudly there on Hilltop High, Hilltop in Washington, D.C., the Mecca, the Mecca. And today I come here to Howard to continue the work to redeem the soul of this nation, because it's here where I see the future, and that's not hyperbole. We can finally resolve those ongoing questions about who we are as a nation. That puts strength of our diversity at the center of American life. The future that celebrates and learns from history. A future for all Americans. A future I see you leading, and I'm not, again, exaggerating. You are going to be leading it.
All right, I'm done. I'm not playing no more. Finna go back to the main clip and finna tune off here because this right here is just too disturbing. Too disturbing. All right, he keeps saying that there are going to be a future. We're Black Americans going to be the future of the American people. We're not going to be the future of the American people if we keep killing each other and dropping like flies, and liberals will not get tough on crime and stop all of these happenings of violence in the communities. What we're going to be is the what they call that, the race that's about extinct. This is dumb. All this is dumb. That's exactly why I don't believe in this whole pro-black BS anymore, because it's dumb. That's why I'm pro-American. That's why I talk the way I talk. That's why I carry myself the way I carry myself. I don't need to be reminded of slavery. I don't need no reparations. I don't need no sympathy card. You know what I need? I need you to continue to give me the opportunities that I fought for, so I can continue with my life. So I can continue to show other Black Americans that come from Blackistan, you do not have to take the path of wokeness to get above. You ain't got to race hustle. You ain't got to be a victim. You got to be a survivor. All you got to do. It's all up here. When I talk to people that look lighter than me, that from the South, guess what? They don't look at me as a Black man that came from Blackistan and, oh, let me hold my wallet because I'm scared. And even if they did approach me with that kind of energy at first, when they start talking to me, guess what they realize? I'm just like any other American trying to make it. All about how you present yourself. It's all about how you take your lemons and make lemonade. I don't want to be in a box. Don't want no one to see me as some monolithic spokesman for Black folks. I don't want nobody to see me as some uh, poster boy or poster man for victimhood. I want people to see me as an American. I want people to judge me by the content of my character. My skin is null and void. My skin is just a shell. It's just a pigment. No more, no less. Just a pigment. It's what's inside that counts. And again, racism on life support. You don't believe me? Then why do you think the media got to dig up and try to create every scenario in their head to make it more than what it is? When the last time somebody been lynched? When the last time you heard of a group of white people in hoods go into Blackistan and drag out Black folks and say, okay, let's go ahead on here and string them up, boys, in a predominantly Black city in the South, in the Midwest? Better yet, when the last time up north have you seen a group of cops just randomly start selecting Black folks out of every apartment building for 5, 6, 7 days straight and start just wailing on them. When you seen that? That hasn't happened since the 50s and the 40s. So tell me if racism ain't dead. Man, anyway. Y'all know what I normally do, but I can't say it here because I'm at my adopted mother house, but I'm going to say it in a respectable way. I enjoyed each and every one of y'all for coming out and joining me in this beautiful hour of time. Shout out to my wife. Shout out to my adopted mother. I hope everybody had a good Mother's Day. I am now about to go out here and enjoy the rest of my day. Please check out for the community posts. Please support my merch. All right. I will try to do some more merch sometime, either when I get set in the new house or not. Continue to donate, guys. Super thanks me. Super chats, cash out. Y'all know what it is, man. Continue to support your boy. I love you guys. Take care of yourself and each other. And before I leave, I want you to answer this question in the comment section. Do you think that racism is still alive like it was 50, 50 to 60 years ago? Also, do you think that the end of Title 42 is a good idea? And if so, what would be the benefits of it being ended? And if you feel like it's a bad idea, tell me what would be the most disturbing thing that you are the most afraid of Title 42 being put to a full end. Again, please like, share, subscribe if you hung out this long. I love y'all. Take care. Y'all know what your boy doing.